Hey everybody on YouTube, this is Ken with XMods Gaming with another video, and this video is going to be about the 100 best games, or the best, the 100 best video game cartridge. I got this off eBay for about $27, and I think it was free shipping from the US actually. I do have another cartridge that I'll review in a different video for the Sega Genesis, but yeah, this one is the 100 best video games for the NES. Now the reason why you want to go this route is it's not emulation, so you can play. It's like 100. I think it's like 140 something games on it, if I remember right. But if you stay tuned, I'll review it on my TV as well, so you can see the list of games this thing has. But yeah, this is just a screwdriver set, so don't worry about that. So we're gonna take it apart and take a look at it. But yeah, let me do that real quick. Just making sure I was still in shot. But yeah, I'll flip it around just for my angle. And let's see. Yeah, this just has standard screws, so you don't have to worry about security bits and all that stuff for taking one of these apart. No reason to take it apart really, but I just want to show you what is on the inside because I thought it was interesting. I'll just set the screws in there just to, really only 2 screws that hold this thing in. This, if you punch that, there's nothing in there. But yeah, 27 bucks. And the reason why I did this because the NES Classic is hard to find. If you could find it, great. If not, you're not missing much. Because it's just a emulation system. It's more like a ARM chip like you would find in your phone on those NES Classics. So this is the reason why I bought this. And as you can tell, it has a Nintendo Famicom, which is Japanese connector, and then you got the board up here. It's a custom board. For some reason it says Mine Kid, so it must be some kind of kit you can buy, or it might be the company that printed the circuit board and did the layout. I've seen other videos, which I was surprised that someone else has bought one and took it apart as well, that they took this elastic epoxy stuff off, but I'm not going to do that just because it's fairly expensive for a repo cartridge, and it has a save battery right here as well, and it got this has like flash memory and then a couple other chips, so nothing really interesting. This might be kind of like a Nintendo lockout chip for the region encoding, might be in that chip right there. I'm not a electronic engineer, despite all the hardware mods I do on my videos, but yeah, it has a nice label to it. The plastic itself is pretty durable, and the other guy said, oh yeah, it should have been able to screw this in, but yeah, there's mounting brackets there, but I don't see any actual mounting holes. Oh, maybe it's under this epoxy glob. So yeah, they could have probably screwed it in better instead of just relying on this epoxy for the internal. Mine's seated better than the one on the other video I watched. His was kind of hanging halfway out almost on one side. So if it's not seated in correctly, when you get it, then take it apart, maybe loosen up this epoxy. It should just peel right off and then push it in. And then that should probably help you if it gets damaged during shipping. Other than that, the soldering looks real nice. I do see some flux residue on there, which is kind of a bad sign, but that's what happens with a lot of these Chinese products that get manufactured. But yeah, so go ahead and we'll screw it back together. Whoa, almost lost my screws. And then I'll shoot a video on the operation of it in the next scene here, but and by the way, with plastic like this, anything it's like plastic and metal screws, try to twist your screwdriver backwards, kind of counterclockwise, then you'll feel the screw kind of sink down and then go for it. That way you're not making new threads into the plastic. Kind of broke my own rule on this side, but whatever. But yeah, it's a pretty good cart. If you actually have a Famicom, you could probably just take this apart and fit it into a sports game cartridge or something. If you have a Japanese system, that is. But yeah, I'll go ahead and we'll show the gameplay. Alright everybody, this is gonna be the gameplay here. So yeah, just showing you the games like Adventure Island 1, 2, 3, 4. Haven't really played that when I was a kid. Sorry, I always mess this word up. Sorry. Yeah, that's a kind of, it's like an action RPG. And then we got Balloon Fight, Baseball, Batman. So, which is cool. We got Batman Returns, and then Battle City, and then Bionic Command, Blaze of Steel, which is like a hockey game. This is a cool classic. So far you're already getting some of the best games on here. Blaster Master, that's I believe it's a shooter game. No, that's kind of like in a craft. You got Bomberman, so you got 1 and 2. Bubble Bobble, 1 and 2. Castlevania, which is a, depending where you live, can be an expensive game, to get. Chip and Dale, Cuckoo Land, Contra 4, Super Contra. So right there is worth it for a lot of people. What was that? Crystalis, Deja Vu. And then you got some Donkey Kongs here. You got, this is kind of one reason why I picked it up. You got Double Dragon 1, 2, and 3. 4, I don't know. I think I have 4 on my PlayStation 4. I'm sure it's a brand new game. This one, I don't know the origins of it. If it was, maybe I have Double Dragon 5 on my PS4, because they did do a 8-bit, kind of like almost like an indie game port of it to the PlayStation 4. It's not even a port. It was on the PlayStation 4. And then it might be on Xbox and some other consoles, but it's a brand new game. So I don't know if this one's an outlier or not. Comment below if you ever played this game back in the day. You got Dr. Mario, which is, played that with my son. It's pretty fun, I remember it back in the day. I just didn't really have any appreciation to it, because I knew of Tetris, and I was like, well, it's Nintendo's kind of puzzle game, You got DuckTales and Duck Hunt. This won't work on this HD TV, so you have to have a CRT screen if you plan on buying this for just Duck Hunt. But you might as well just get the 1,000 Duck Hunt games that are out there in the wild for the original NES and get an old school TV and play it that way. So that one, you know, shouldn't be on here in my opinion. And then you got Earthbound. Haven't played that one yet. It's a very expensive game. I believe if you were to go out and buy it. So I heard a lot about it. I know it's like an RPG that I think anyone can play. Excite Bike. I played that a lot when I was a kid. Who doesn't like Excite Bike? Let's see, this one. Okay, this one I haven't played yet. Final Fantasies, I kind of played 2 just to see what it was about. The Flintstones, I think this one's Surprise at Dinosaur Peak, or yeah, well, I think one of those are the rarer of the 2. So right here is where you would, you know, because a lot of collectors buy these carts individually, but if you're a gamer like me, then you're not going to want to, you know, spend $100 for one game, and then, you know, see if you actually like it or if you can beat it. So this is a better way to go. But yeah, we'll keep going here. We got Friday the 13th, which I don't think it should be on this list. Galaga, definitely. Galaxian, why not? Yeah, Ghouls and Ghosts, Ghosts and Goblins, definitely. The Goonies, I heard Goonies was pretty bad. I think I played a little bit of it. Gradius, definitely should be on here. And then Ice Climber, then Jackal, Kirby's on here, which is a really good game. I tried to beat it, and it's pretty easy, but I don't know, just kind of like my ADHD gets going when I have all these games. I'm like, okay, what else is on here, you know? Yeah, so got Life Force, Little Nemo, never played that before. Little Samson. If you were to buy this game individually, it'll probably be $1,000 or $400 or $500. Sometimes the price fluctuates on this game. Really good game, and it was a late release in the NES life cycle, so it just, you know, is kind of rare. So that's why the price is high, and it's a good game. So I played it, and I like it a lot. It's a pretty good game. Load Runner, Maniac Mansion, and then you got all the Mega Mans that were released for the NES, which is cool. I believe these are all of them. Metal Storm, Metal Gear. Metal Gear, this is like not, you know, it's not the PlayStation Metal Gear that everyone knows and loves. This is like the origin, is where it got its start on the NES. So I heard it's a hard game, but it's not a great game. Metroid, that's a must. Mickey's, Mouse Capade. I guess it's Mouse Capade. Sorry. Might and Magic. I heard that's a good dungeon crawler game, I believe. Final Fight's a really good game. I played that because I like Final Fight on the Sega CD. If you guys watch my videos about that. Millipede. Oh, they have Millipede on here. Okay, I thought they had Centipede only. Or maybe, yeah, I think I did play that one. Very good port of the original. And then Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man. Why not? You know, they're probably not the best NES games, but hey, you know, I happen to like those games. And then, if I can pronounce that one. And then I think so. Power Blade. some of the, I don't know if any of these games are good. Rad Racer, I played that before. So Rad Racer is a really good game. Played that in the 80s. It's probably one of the first few NES games I ever played from my memory. Space Invaders, can't go wrong there. I like Space Invaders. Star Wars, haven't had much experience with that yet. But yeah, I'll think I'll get. I did try Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back one. I haven't tried yet. So yeah, something to look forward to. You got the Mario games. You got Turtles 1, 2, 3. Tournament Fighters for Turtles as well. Terminator 1, 2, 3. I played Terminator 2 on the Sega CD and I liked it a lot. I wonder if this one's any good. According to the Video Game Nerd, it's not that great. They got Tetris 1 and 2. The Tetris is not the NES Tetris. It's the Tengen Tetris. Or Tengen Tetris. Which is... I'm not a big fan of it. So I'm glad I have the original Tetris cart. Something to mention too, if you have any games like Zelda, Zelda's on here, I think, yeah, Zelda 1 and 2, okay. So if you save Zelda 1, for example, then that's your save. If you save to Zelda 2 afterwards, then it will erase any other saves you have. So even though this cartridge has a battery, as you can tell from the last scene, in the beginning of this video I should say, it doesn't mean that you're gonna be able to play all the Zeldas far as saves, so you can't just bounce back and forth. So one save at a time is what I'm trying to say. Willow, I love the movie. Yeah, now I'm looking at it, I'll try the game. So the thing about this menu, it's all kind of just like squished together. So my only complaint, it says for some reason at the bottom, Super UFO. Don't know what that means, but it's, you know. So definitely got Tiny Toons, that's a good game. And definitely if there's ones I'm skipping, yeah, definitely I think that's all of them. So you can pause the video and look at ones I missed. But let's see. I think I'll just do, I'm gonna play a game here, just so you guys have a, see what it's like instead of just looking at the menu. Skate or Die. Heard that's a good game. I haven't played it, but a lot of people like that game. So I'm gonna just play Mighty Final Fight. Alright. Sorry, you have to hit the start button. Yeah, I think if you just press the A and B buttons, so yeah, if you press A or B, it'll just... Mighty Final Fight. So yeah, make sure you hit the, oh, that's Might and Magic. Just so you guys get an idea for it. I'm playing on a clone console. I'm playing on the retro bit, not the HD one. I have it into a HDMI converter. So yeah, so it works on clone consoles. So that's another thing. So just keep in mind it works on clone consoles. From the 2 clone consoles I have for NES, it works. And this, it has saves, but you can only save one game at a time. So don't go bouncing back and forth between different games. I don't know if this will get me copyright flagged or not, but... Everyone talks about Guy, so I'll play Guy. Why not? So I think they wanted to. I forgot who makes this game. Konami or so on. I think they wanted to make it like the Sega CD one, or they wanted to fit it on the NES. So this is more cartoony than an arcade game or what you see on the Sega CD. Kind of cool because it works really good with 2 buttons. Alright, so I'm just going to pause it there. So, final thoughts. Definitely with the 146 games it comes with, or 36, definitely worth it. It's better than buying, a mini, the NES Classic Mini. As far as, you're not emulating it, you can use it with the original controllers. Yeah, I play my clone consoles with the original controller at least, so that way I'm not losing any controller functionality. Yeah, you can just leave this one cartridge in your system. Has Mario 3, Mario 2, Mario 1. So yeah, I would give this a buy. I heard you could buy it off AliExpress, if I'm not mistaken. Is where a lot of people are finding it. You can buy it on eBay. So I just type in the 100 best video games, and then maybe put NES in the title, search it on eBay, and then find it, and then buy it. So far I'm pretty impressed with it. And then, yeah, trying to think of anything else, because sometimes I'll close these videos out and be like, oh, I forgot to mention something. I think I covered everything with it. There's no compatibility issues as far as working with clone consoles. I have the Gamers Tech and the Retro Bits. Those 2 systems works fine. It should work with the top loader NES and the original NES. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, sorry about the delayed videos, guys. I'm gonna try to put bonus footage at the end of this video, but if you can rate, comment, and subscribe, that a thumbs up helps out a lot. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers so I can get monetized again. With my niche audience that I have, it's hard, when you're competing with people that do gag videos all day, or jump monster trucks and ponds and stuff like that. So if you're into this kind of content, just unusual video game related stuff, and you're into hardware modding your consoles and stuff like that, definitely subscribe. And yeah, I had death in the family and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'll try to, my goal is to not to give up. I know YouTube is trying to, with these new rules, trying to get all the outliers to, what do they call them, bad actors, which I think is kind of funny because, I learned a lot from YouTube, from other people, and being a bad actor, don't know what that's supposed to mean. I'm not here to act, so, I'm just gonna keep chugging along, even though I'm doing it for free. So I do have a Patreon, so you can check that out. I have different levels on there, but don't worry about that. If you could just donate $1, that's fine. I don't want to e-beg, but hey, people are asking for HD footage, 4K footage. If you're asking for that kind of stuff, then we kind of have to put up with it. But donate, and then of course, the first few $1,000 I'll put back into my videos. I'm still running that contest, so the first 500 subs I get, I'll pick a random person that subscribed to me and give them a $25 iTunes gift card. That's all I can really afford right now. But I'm still doing the contest because I'm not going to, lie on YouTube about it. So, yeah, so subscribe for that if you want to join the contest. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video.
Let's